Eastridge family. I'm Pastor Doug, and I'm here with Pastor Addis. We're going to just spend some time talking about this last week's message, Love Came Down. Ermisha did a great job, and he shared an illustration that we were talking about a little bit. The glue.
Yeah, that was an amazing illustration.
It really was.
You know, when he started, he told us, the depths of a broken relationship.
Yeah.
A relationship as an individual level in families and
Right.
also in church and beyond as a nation and also globally how deep relationships are broken.
Yeah.
So then he took us into the depths, and we were kind of lost in that depth, but he lifted us with the idea of a glue.
Yeah.
When he was talking about the glue, and I was wondering, and even afterward, I mean, as I was pondering on the preaching of the word, so he talked about the glue, and the glue, I was asking a question, who created a glue? And how did that person who created a glue came with the idea of creating glue? And then I said, that person must have seen lots of broken relationship, and he said, this is a good business idea. I can make lots of money.
Right.
So that was the idea that gave the birds of glue, I believe.
Yeah.
And when it comes to this broken relationship with horizontally, vertically, and also broken relationship in the center, the idea of a glue came with love coming down.
Right. Yeah, so God's solution to broken relationships was His love operating like glue. Such a powerful illustration. Pastor Addis, you really already talked about how desperate, how deep the brokenness was in relationships. And it's every relationship. My relationship, internal relationship with myself, my relationship with God, my relationships with my neighbors, all of it. And there was a moment in the message where I just got really discouraged. I'm like, man, sin has broken everything. And I was so thankful that we had the response that Ermisha gave about how love came down, and that it really is the glue that brings things back together. It was how God reconciled, how He restored the brokenness. So, but man, it was heavy to think about how broken our relationships really are.
I have an uncle who has a twins.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were, now they are grown up, but when they were little girls, the one sister broke a toy of the other one. And the sister that who has a broken toy, she was so devastated, and she ran to her room, and then she locked her room, and then she was crying.
Yeah.
And this sister who broke the toy, she could not stop crying. The dad came, and then he fixed the toy, but she couldn't stop crying. And the dad was wondering what happened. It wasn't about the toy. It was about the relationship with her sister.
Yeah.
Because, she saw that the toy is fixed. The toy is good. But her sister is in the other room crying. So there is a broken relationship.
Yeah.
So that broke her.
Yeah.
So relationship really matters.
Yeah.
If Christ could come all the way from heaven to earth to bring reconciliation, we do not have any excuse.
Yeah.
We're left no excuse at all,
Right.
but to reconcile with our fellow brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Absolutely.
So we have to reconcile. We don't have any other choice.
Yeah. Paul even says in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 that God has given us the ministry of reconciliation. I mean, we're called to it.
That's very true.
No excuse.
That's very true. And also when we think like, if we think like, if I wronged you, and you say that I don't want to reconcile with Addis, you have to think of how much have you wronged God.
Yeah.
And if we have wronged Him that much, and then He came and make a reconciliation, so how much more we have to reconcile with our fellow brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So, as I said earlier, there is no excuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not at all.
Absolutely.
We have to reconcile.
Yeah. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking time to consider what these messages mean, taking time to discuss them with those around you. And we hope that this week that you will not only experience, but that you will share the love of Jesus that you came to know and experience in your life. God bless. Merry Christmas.